Hey guys, it's Rick. Thank you for joining me today. I'm at California Adventure today. We're gonna mostly focus on California Adventure today. I'm already here in the park. I'm on Buena Vista Street, and we're gonna go get some lunch first thing. We'll look at a little bit of new merchandise today too. We're gonna try some lunch though, something I haven't tried out before, and we're gonna have a great day. It's about 79 degrees today, so it's beautiful, but it's mild weather, so let's go have some fun. It's actually not too busy here today at DCA. I heard yesterday was crazy busy. Lots of ride breakdowns yesterday too, so unfortunately when that happens, the parks get way busier on the walkways, and there wasn't a lot of rides available to ride in general, so today's gonna be a good day. It's really not that busy. It's about a 25-minute wait, it says, for Incredicoaster. That's a good indicator that it's not gonna be too busy today, so we're gonna start at Smokejumpers Grill. There's a couple of things on the menu that I haven't tried there, so I'm gonna grab 3 items, a chicken sandwich and a burger. The burger kind of reminds me of the old burger they used to have at Hungry Bear, and I used to really like that burger. It's a beautiful day though. The fog has kind of burned away this morning. It's about 79 degrees. That's gonna be the high. So I'm enjoying it while it's mild weather. I'm not sure what else we're gonna do today, but we'll figure it out as we go on. Probably look at a little bit of merchandise. I'm very hungry though, so we're gonna start with Smokejumpers for lunch. It's gonna be a big portion too, a big meal. I like Smokejumpers onion rings especially, so I'm looking forward to this. And we're gonna try a cold brew this morning too, so let's go do that. All right, I picked up my mobile order from Smokejumpers Grill. I like eating here, but you gotta get here early because the tables do fill up quick. I got here at about 11 today and there's plenty of tables open. It's nice when you get here early. You can definitely find a spot to sit, and especially in the shade. I have to have a spot in the shade. And you get to watch the monorail go by. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but you can kind of see the monorail go by from this corner back here. And this is a nice little cozy corner. It's always shaded back here and nice and kind of quiet too. I really enjoy the music at Smokejumpers Grill too. It's old-timey music and it's just really nice. The music reminds me of something you hear on like Route 66, like on a road trip. I think that's kind of the theme, you know, back in the day camping through the Grizzly Peak area. They call this area like the Grizzly Peak area, and it's kind of like a throwback to loading up the station wagon and going camping. But the music's really nice back here. I got 3 items, and these aren't new items. They're just items new to me that I never got around to trying. The first one is the toasted marshmallow cold brew. It's just called the breakfast cold brew, but it's available all day. I think that's probably why I never tried it. I thought it was part of the breakfast menu because of the name, but it is available all day. I learned my lesson with the cold brew at Hungry Bear. I always stir my cold brews, but sometimes you really have to stir them like very well. So I'm gonna stir this really good. But first, let me try the top. The top is a toasted marshmallow foam on top, and then it's a cold brew on the bottom, and it's got some chocolate cocoa Rice Krispies on top there, like either Cocoa Pebbles. No, they're probably Rice Krispies. They're probably the Cocoa Krispies, not the Cocoa Pebbles, but let's try out the foam. I wanna see if that tastes like toasted marshmallow. I love marshmallow, so I think that's gonna be very good. That foam is really good. It does taste like marshmallow, surprisingly. It's like a nice creamy toasted marshmallow. All right, I'm gonna stir this up really good. That way it gets all mixed in together, and it's really well mixed this time. I probably just should have grabbed a spoon or a knife just to stir this in really good. Grab yourself a utensil, that's a good tip. That way you could really stir it in. All right, let's try this though. I got it good and stirred. There's none of the topper left, it's all mixed in now. That's pretty good. It's not as good as the tiramisu cold brew I had the other day. I really like that one a lot. And I also like the toffee nut cold brew at Jolly Holiday. This one is not very sweet. It's actually not as sweet as I thought it was gonna be. It's got a strong coffee flavor to it. It's not super creamy either. I think it needs more of the topper to make it nice and creamy and sweet. It's really not that sweet. I'm kind of surprised. If you want a less sweet coffee forward cold brew, this is the one for you. It doesn't have a strong flavor of any kind. It tastes like a lightly creamed coffee. It kind of tastes like the marshmallow, but not really a deep toasted marshmallow flavor like I was hoping. I think if there was more of the topper on there, that would really improve this. It could be easily improved. The Rice Krispies are nice in there though. It kind of adds a crunch. You can get those on the top. Those are good. I like when they put cereal on top of the cold brews, so I definitely would get that one again. It was like $6.20. That's not too bad. It has a very strong coffee flavor too, so I do appreciate that. Not my favorite cold brew, but not bad by any means. I would get this one again. I'd recommend this one. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, but it's pretty delicious too. And I got 2 items to try that I haven't tried from the menu. Again, these aren't new, but these are new to me, so I'm gonna try these out. For $1, you can add onion rings to any dish, and I definitely had to get the onion rings with this one. So this is the Chipotle Bacon Double Cheeseburger. It's a Chipotle burger with an onion ring on top. It's got Chipotle barbecue sauce on it. It's got bacon, provolone cheese, lettuce, and lots of pickles on it. You have to really like pickles for this one, or ask for the pickles off of it, because there are big slices of pickle on this. I remember when Smokejumpers used to have the serve your own bar here. It was kind of like a salad bar, but it was a toppings bar, and I really liked that. You could grab lettuce, tomato, and these big pickle slices. Like, they were long cut, but they were really long, big pickles, and I really like those pickles on my burger. I miss that toppings bar though. Do you guys remember that? The toppings bar was really nice. It was nice to be able to pick as much lettuce and pickles as you want. I think they had onions and tomatoes at it too, if I remember correctly. But this burger looks pretty darn big. It was about $15, but that's because I added the onion rings too. So it'd be more like 13 bucks, 14 bucks without the onion rings. But I love their onion rings here, so I had to get that. I had to get barbecue sauce, ranch, and ketchup on the side because I love my condiments. I love the combination of ranch and barbecue sauce together, so I always dip my onion rings in that. These are like really good battered onion rings, and they gave me a really generous portion of them today. I gotta have that first. I am starving and I haven't eaten yet, but this will be my first bite of food today, and I'm looking forward to it. I love their onion rings. They're so fantastic here. Those are crunchy, they're delicious, they have the best texture. I like that the onion is really cooked through, so it has a sweetness on the inside too, almost like a caramelized onion. I really like these. They're very, very good onion rings. I'm an onion ring fanatic, and I love these. These are some of my favorite onion rings. I actually crave these all the time. I think about getting them all the time when I'm at the parks. I do miss the Hungry Bear onion rings back in the day, and this is a good replacement because they're the same ones. They're the same exact onion rings. These are really delicious. Not gonna disappoint. If you like onion rings, you have to try theirs here. And I'm gonna try the burger too. It's a double burger. They're thin patties, but it looks pretty good. My first impression though is these both would benefit, both the sandwich and the burger would benefit from like a nice brioche bun or a high quality artisan bun. It's just a grocery store bun, and it's kind of stale. Even though the restaurant just opened, it is a little bit stale, which is kind of a bummer. The bun just looks like one of those sad ones you get at the grocery store in like a $1 bag. Nothing spectacular there. I think that's an easily solvable problem because a lot of Disney places have really good buns these days. This just needs a brioche bun. That's all it needs, or something unique at least. This has a nice slice of bacon on it. 2 slices of bacon, some provolone cheese. This is gonna be good. And they put a lot of that Chipotle barbecue sauce, which is different than the barbecue sauce that comes out of the pump here. I tasted it and it's definitely Chipotle. So you can taste these smoked jalapenos in there. It's really good sauce. I tried it on its own and it's very good. All right, let's get a bite with everything here. I cut it in half so it'd be more manageable. And I like that there's iceberg lettuce on it. There's not a lot of lettuce though. They could add more lettuce on this, but it's nice shredded iceberg lettuce. That's actually a really good theme park burger. It's smoky from the bacon, it's salty, the bacon's crispy too. The bacon's like my favorite part with the barbecue sauce too. I love the onion ring on it, and it reminds me of the burger that Hungry Bear used to have before they became Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. They just served burgers and chicken strips before the restaurant was rethemed, and that's what this reminds me of. This is very good. I like it. If you want something fairly basic but delicious, this is a really good option, and it's definitely gonna fill you up because it's a huge portion. The burger itself is large, and there's 2 patties, so that's pretty good. The bun is the weakest part. That's the weakest link for sure. Like I said, it just needs a brioche bun. Easily fixable. That's an easily solvable problem. But the bun is kind of sad. It's just a little tough. It's just kind of like a ballpark bun, you know. It's nothing spectacular or special at all. They could easily improve that though. I really wish they would change that out. The burger's good though. I love the onion ring on it, and I love getting onion rings on the side. I also got the spicy chicken sandwich, and I haven't tried this one. It's a hand-breaded chicken breast patty actually with a Chipotle sauce. Now this is not the Chipotle barbecue sauce. This is a regular Chipotle. It's more like a Chipotle aioli. It's just like a Chipotle mayonnaise sauce, and it looks very good. This also has a ton of pickles on it. It has shredded lettuce, but it's the same bun on this one, unfortunately. I just got crinkle cut fries with this one. Crinkle cut fries are standard here. You don't need to pay the $1 upcharge for those, and you get a good portion of fries too. You get a good portion of onion rings though also. I'm surprised. These are good fries though. I like these ones. Those are crispy, they're salty, they're delicious fries. They're really, really good. They remind me of Del Taco's crinkle cut fries, and I really like those a lot. All right, let's give this a bite. I'd say the burger is a bigger portion, but the chicken sandwich was like $11, $12 after my discount, so it was a little bit cheaper than the burger. It's a smaller chicken sandwich, but the chicken itself is a good piece of meat. It's a good sized chicken breast. I can tell it is white meat chicken too. That's a pretty darn good chicken sandwich. It is actually kind of spicy too. I'm surprised. It's about a medium level of spice. It's not too hot, but it is nice. It definitely has a nice burn and tingle to it. I'm surprised because usually when they say it's a spicy chicken sandwich, it's not. I kind of like the spicy chicken sandwich that they used to have at Hungry Bear better than this one, but this is pretty darn good. It's still really delicious. The chicken is moist. It's well prepared. It's a good piece of white meat chicken. There's a lot of pickles on there too. There are tons of pickles. My favorite part is the chipotle sauce. It's like a chipotle mayonnaise and it's very, very good on there. I really like that. If I were you, I would ask for a side of that chipotle on the side if they can accommodate that. I'm sure they can give it to you in a cup. That is the best part. And it'd be really good to dip your onion rings or your fries in that chipotle mayonnaise. It's really good. I think the chipotle mayonnaise has a bit of spice to it too. Maybe the chicken itself isn't spicy, but the chipotle sauce is. It's good chipotle. I love the pickles on there. You have to love pickles though, otherwise just get those on the side or ask for them not at all, because there are tons of pickles. You can customize in the app. You'll expand the bar there by hitting the little tab, and you could put no pickles on there. I think you can even ask for them on the side on the app. So do that ahead of time if you don't want them. This is very pickle heavy. They're huge slices of pickle too, but I like their pickles here. They're really good. They remind me of the pickles they have in the park, like the big dill pickles, but they're just sliced up. They're really good. I wish this one had more lettuce on it because I love lettuce, but the shredded lettuce that's there is nice. It's just shredded iceberg and it's really nice. Adds a little bit of a crunch, but it does get overwhelmed by the sauce and stuff, so I wish there was a little more lettuce. These are both really good. I would recommend both these. I'd recommend the cold brew too. Not my favorite cold brew, but still very good. Both these are large portions for the price, and they're very filling and delicious meals too. So I would recommend coming here. Easy place to mobile order. There's usually plenty of seating. Sometimes you can't find seating in the shade though, so get here early if you want seating in the shade. And it's a good restaurant in general if you're in DCA. So come here for lunch sometime. Walking out into the Esplanade, it's fairly empty today. I'm gonna take a stroll through downtown Disney, burn off some on my lunch. I think I'm gonna go all the way down to D-Lander, but first we're gonna stop at World of Disney. I think there's 5 new merchandise items that I wanted to check out in person. So let's see if we can find all 5 of those and check those off our list. And then we'll take a stroll and walk all the way down through downtown Disney to D-Lander. I think there's 3 new items. They have some new Cakeworthy Daisy items. Remember how they came out with the Cakeworthy Cinderella and the Cakeworthy mini items? It's kind of like that. It's a new collection featuring Daisy Duck. So let's go look at that afterwards. This women's shirt is new. It's part of the Castle collection, but it came out way later than the rest of the Castle collection. It's $39.99 and it's very sparkly gold. It's got gold foil all over it, like gold threads all over it. So it's very, very sparkly and shiny. It's really nice, actually. I love that Castle logo on the front with the classic Disneyland retro wording there, that font. That is such a wonderful font. I love this. I love the Castle collection in general, but it is a very nice shirt. I like that a lot. This is also new and part of the Castle collection. I love the gold threads, the gold cross stitching all around it. I like that it's threaded in diagonals like that. And it's got a nice kind of aged look to the zipper pull right there. And it's got gold all around the zipper. That is very nice. It's part of the Castle collection. It's $90. It is a Loungefly mini. It's very, very nice. I'm surprised they released this so late. This and the shirt just came out after all the rest of the merchandise. You have the little Loungefly logo on the side there. That is a very classy and elegant bag. I like that one a lot. Very, very nice. The back has very simple but nice looking black straps on it, and it also says Disneyland Resort 70 right there on the back. That's a nice little touch. I like the gold metal fittings on it too. So Stitch Day is tomorrow. Tomorrow is June 26, 626. Since he is Experiment 626, that is officially his day. So we will celebrate all things Stitch tomorrow. I won't be here at the parks tomorrow though, so I have to celebrate today. This is a new bag. It does look like a plush, but it's actually a bag. I'll show you. This is so cute. He's asleep with his little Scrump. Scrump is just his little stuffed animal toy that he sleeps with. That is very, very adorable, and it's incredibly soft. He has this little tuft of hair there on his chest too. He is very, very soft though, like way softer than I thought he was going to be. Incredibly soft. And he does have a strap on the back there. There's a little zipper on the back of his head there. Let me show you on the back actually. It's not a zipper, it's actually Velcro on the back there. It wouldn't hold much, but his body is hollow, so you can put items in there, and the head is just a plush, so the head you do not put anything into it. It wouldn't hold much, but it could hold your phone perhaps if you have a smaller phone, and it could hold chapstick and makeup and sunscreen, just a couple of items. It is a very adorable plush though. That is so stinking cute. I love his face. He looks so cozy and comfortable, and he is very cozy and comfortable too. He's like a snuggly little guy. Very, very soft. That's incredible. I love that. And he is $34.99. This is a new t-shirt for $34.99. It says Disneyland Resort Magic Crew with Sorcerer Mickey on the front there. That is such a cool front. And it's kind of got an acid wash faded look to it. It's a black shirt, but it's kind of faded to gray. And that's nice. I like the fading on it. I love the logo on the front. Let's look at the back of this one too. That comes in unisex sizing. And the back says Disneyland Resort Magic Crew with the castle. I love the castle there. I really like that faded look to it. It looks worn and faded in a nice way. And it's got some dark gold sparkles and stars all around it. That is a very nice t-shirt. It's really soft too. It's soft and thinner, on the thinner side for a Disney shirt, but it is very soft, which not all Disney shirts are soft, so I appreciate that. This navy blue adult's jacket is also new. This is $79.99. It's kind of like a windbreaker type material, but it is fairly packable. I like having a packable jacket. When you don't know if the weather's going to be cool later in the day, you can just throw that in your backpack without taking up too much room. You don't need to get a locker or worry about carrying it around all day because it just fits in your backpack very easily. I really like that. I might get this one. I like the classic Disney D on the front. It's very nice looking. It has a little touch of sophistication because of its simplicity. I really like this jacket a lot. I might have to get that. It has a hood. In the back says Disneyland Resort, and it's got white siding and also white stripes underneath the arms that continue up from the sides of it. It's a really nice jacket. I really like that. It's simple but perfect. I think I might have to get this one. All right, that was a smashing success. We found 5 out of 5 items pretty effortlessly too. I was able to find them all pretty easily. Downtown Disney's not even that busy today. This is so odd. Ooh, look at how pretty the flowers are over here and the waterfall. What a nice place to sit today. But it's not even busy down here. This is so weird. Yesterday was supposed to be so crowded, but when I was here 2 days ago on a Monday, it was the least busy I've seen it in a very, very long time. So it's just fluctuating. The summer crowds are definitely fluctuating this year, especially so in the beginning. I think as we get into summer, it'll become more steadily crowded, but I'm really enjoying this right now. And we're having an incredibly mild June in terms of weather. We can get almost up to 100 degrees this time of year, and it's been in like the 80s at most, which is really nice. Today's 79 and perfect. We're gonna head down to D-Lander now. We'll check out that Cakeworthy collection for Daisy Duck. So I think later today, my friend and I are gonna come back here. I need her with me though. I don't wanna do it by myself because I'm embarrassed. I did bring my food scale and we're gonna weigh out which one is Donald. She's my emotional support human today. So later today, we are gonna meet up and we'll bring the scale in. I think we're gonna try to find Dale for her and Donald for me. So let's see if we get lucky on the first try and we don't have to waste buying more of those oofoofies or getting doubles and things we don't need. That'd be really awesome if I could get Donald Duck on the first try. I know the weight, so it should work in theory. Let's see if it works in practice. I noticed they have these new one-piece bathing suits. There's 2 new bathing suits. Look at how cute this Mickey one is. That is very nice. $44.99. I like Mickey's little outfit there, and he is ready to go surf. It's just a basic one-piece from Cakeworthy. It says Mickey Mouse on the back, and $44.95 for that one. This Little Mermaid Ariel one-piece is also $44.95. Look at her playing with the seahorses there, and it says Disney The Little Mermaid. I love the color of that one. Very Ariel colors. That is really nice. Let's look at the back here. And that one has nothing on the back, just plain on the back, but I love that color purple. That is really beautiful. They also have 2 new cover-ups. This is $39.95. It's nice for a beach day or a pool day. That's a very nice cover-up. Let me show you what Mickey looks like because it's kind of bunched up here. There we go. It's the same design as the bathing suit. It's Mickey with his surfboard and his swim trunks on. And the other side, let me show you that here. The other side says Mickey Mouse. I love that color and I love the font choice too. Very classic Mickey Mouse look. That is a cool cover up. And this cover up is $39.95. You have Flounder and the Little Mermaid and lots of heart bubbles all over it. You have heart bubbles. That one's really cute too. I really like that. These are really long cover ups, perfect for a beach or pool day like I said. It's really nice. It's really breathable and thin and sheer also. So you would get the wind through it and it'd be really comfortable to wear. $54.95. This is a new Daisy Duck Cakeworthy crew neck. It is fleece lined, so it's very soft on the inside. Very, very soft on the inside. I love the color there too. It's kind of a cross between a pink and a purple, but more towards the pink side like Daisy's bow. That is beautiful. She just looks very cute on that. I love that crew neck. Very comfortable too. The back just has the Disney Cakeworthy collaboration logo, but nothing else on the back. This bubblegum pink t-shirt is $34.95, and that's so cute. Look how she's winking. Very cheeky. She looks very sarcastic and sassy, as Daisy always is. That's a really nice t-shirt though. It's really soft too. It's actually pretty thin. Ooh yeah, it's thin and it's soft. That's a really nice t-shirt. Let's see if there's anything on the back of this one. I think it's just blank, probably just the same logo on the back. Oh, that one actually says Daisy Duck on the back. That is really, really cool. Wow, I love that. That is a really cool t-shirt. I like this collaboration collection. It's really nice. Cakeworthy has done some really nice stuff with Disney lately. That was actually $37.95. I had the price wrong on that one. These jorts, these jean shorts are $64.95 and they are Daisy ones. Look at the little button snap on that. The button is like pink and it says Cakeworthy. Those are really, really cute. I love those. Those are giving summer 100%. I love the flowers all over it. They're little stitched on flowers, little embroidered flowers, which is really cute. The back is the best part though. Look at the back here. One pocket says Daisy Duck and the other pocket has her face on it as a badge. And I love the Cakeworthy little logo there. That is really cool how it's kind of stitched on leather. Very cute. Those are kind of flared at the bottom. They're adorable. And I love how the pockets are hearts. Those are the cutest shorts I've ever seen. Very nice jean shorts, and jean shorts are very much back in style now. There's still baby ducks late in the year. They're gonna make babies all year, I think. There's some like couple week old ducks here, but look over here. These ducks are like a week old. They are brand new. I love this little creek by Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree. It extends all the way to Winnie the Pooh, and you can almost always find baby ducks in this creek over here. This little babbling brook. I love their little sounds. I can see 4 of the little tiny babies. Very, very adorable. I just love standing here and watching them for a while. I'm just getting my steps in. I'm over at Disneyland now, just getting steps in. But those are really little tiny guys. They must have been born like last week. A fresh batch for sure. I just love listening to their little cheeps. I can always hear them when I walk by, and I have to stop and watch them when I hear them. But I can always hear them. They're like beep, 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 beep. We're gonna run to Wonderground Gallery. I gotta pick that Donald up. So let's weigh it out and see if we can actually get the Donald Oofoofy this time. Because I don't need duplicates or extra Oofoofys, so let's find that real quick. So at Wonderground Gallery, they have this Disneyland Park pop-up park tour map. This is so cool. I love this. It is $50, but it is very large. Let me show you what it looks like when it's popped up. You can kind of see it in the background, but let me show you better real quick here. So when you open the book and unfold it all pops up into different attractions. You have Autopia and Space Mountain, all of Tomorrowland. You have every land, and it's pretty detailed. Look at Jungle Cruise right there. I'm impressed at the level of detail with just cardboard, basically. It's like thick cardstock paper. It's really nice. Oh, they have the log flume from Tiana's. That is very cool. You even have Batu in the background there. You have the Millennium Falcon. Wow, the detail is amazing. Toontown's back there, Big Thunder, and the castle. And of course you have the partner statue and Main Street in the front here. That is wonderful. $50 is actually not too bad. That's really fun for kids or for collectors. I just really like this item a lot. That's very unique. This is at Wonderground Gallery in downtown Disney. All right, we're looking for 181 or 182. That is so darn close. It could be it. What if my calculations are wrong? We'll keep trying though. I'm gonna keep looking for exactly 181 or 182. Okay, I think that might actually be it. That's probably the one with the mushroom, the Donald with the mushroom. I'm gonna put that one aside and try a few others just to be sure, but I think that's actually probably it. We found him. We got Donald. There were too many that were 181 and 182 grams exactly, so I have a feeling other characters are the exact same weight as Donald, so I'm gonna go home and see if I can eliminate a couple more. I'm gonna weigh out all the characters I have at home. That way I can eliminate and give a better odds of which one is exactly it. I might buy a couple of them if Stitch is the same weight, and that way I could trade them or sell them or something like that, but I don't want more of the duplicates. So I'm gonna see what else is the same weight, because there's no way there were like 4 Donalds in that first pack, and 4 of them were either 181 or 182 grams exactly, and I double weighed things to make sure, so shoot. This is getting a little more complicated than I thought it was gonna be, but it's kind of fun. This is kind of a fun like scavenger hunt. I will get that Donald one day, I just don't wanna buy too many of them, or I can wait for a day when there's people outside the store buying the same thing, because sometimes there's people outside of Wonderground Gallery that buy them and will trade with you because they have duplicates as well, or I can find like an online group or something that'll trade with me if they have duplicates, so we'll get there one day. There's a new candy that I want to get at Wonderful World of Sweets. This just came out and I love peanut butter cups, so let's try that. It just sounds like something fun and different to do today. All right, so if you can't tell by the background right here, I am at Tangaroa Terrace. I just like hanging out here, and it's a nice breezy day today. It's wonderful weather in the shade. It feels very pleasant, very mild, and fantastic. I picked up a treat from Wonderful World of Sweets. Wow, that's a mouthful. That is hard to say. This isn't new like I originally thought it was. This came out a couple of months ago, actually, but it looks so adorable. I had to try it. It's the Munchlings line of candy, and this is the peanut butter cups, the Pluto peanut butter cups. Look at how cute Pluto is on the front of the package, though. It is absolutely adorable. This was almost $10, and I don't know, there's less than 10 cups in there. I want to say that's like 8 Yeah, it looks like 8 peanut butter cups. So that's a little over $1 per peanut butter cup. And the candies are obviously going to be expensive from here, the prepackaged candies and the prepackaged snacks, but they're fun. You know, they're a little extra fun because they're Disney candies. And the packaging is really adorable. So I'm sure these are going to taste good. You know, kind of eat with your eyes, and they look like they're going to be good. They're little, cute little peanut butter cups. I do like Reese's. I think Reese's has always been one of my favorite candies ever since I was a kid. So I'm sure I'm going to like these. Let's try it out though. I got to try it just to see. It's just milk chocolate on the outside and a peanut butter filling in there too. So let's just give this a go. Those are pretty darn delicious. I like those a lot. They actually aren't like Reese's. They have more of a homemade taste, more of like a real peanut butter flavor on the inside. Those are good. I'd recommend getting those. If you want to take something home with you from vacation, that's a good option right there. It's kind of fun when you're missing Disney to have a little bit of Disney magic back at home or back at work when you have to go back to the real world. And something like this is just really nice to be able to take home with you. It's easily packable in your suitcase. You just take it home and have a nice little magical treat on your lunch break or in your real life. These are good though. I would recommend these. I'm glad we tried these out. I think I'm going to try more of these snack mixes in the near future here too. I want to try a lot of different things from Wonderful World of Sweets. So we'll try stuff next time I'm here as well. But those are good. I'd recommend them. All right, for a late dinner, I decided to stop at Earl of Sandwich, the location down at the end of downtown Disney by the stage and Din Tai Fung and stuff. There are 2 locations. There's one out by the Esplanade. That's their main location with the tavern and everything there. And I just found out today, that one over in the Esplanade, they only have hot sandwiches. I mean, I always knew they had hot sandwiches. What I didn't know is this little cart location down here at the end of downtown Disney has cold sandwiches now. And that's a new development. That's not something that they've always done. They added that, I guess, because the guy told me a lot of people were complaining about not being able to get a cold sandwich. And when you go to a sandwich place, you do kind of think of getting a cold deli sandwich, you know? It is kind of odd that the other one is all toasted and warm sandwiches. They're good sandwiches and they're a good price too. They're about $8. They take the Magic Key discount, so they're actually a really good price. But I wanted to try out one of their cold sandwiches here, which I just thought it was kind of weird. So I stopped here for dinner. I think the new location, the one that's also going to be down here by D-Lander, once that building is built, I think they'll also do cold sandwiches too. I'm assuming they'll probably do cold sandwiches. But yeah, they have a whole separate menu at this one. So they have your normal breakfast sandwiches, which are good. I've had the breakfast sandwiches when I've stayed at the hotel. Those are an incredibly good value too. They're like $6 with your discount, and they're actually really tasty. They have like a secret sauce on the breakfast sandwiches. They're very good. But they also have all these hot sandwiches. These are the normal ones you can get at the location, the main one by the Esplanade, towards DCA over there. You can get all of these ones. But this location has these cold sandwiches there. I think there's what, 4? There's 4 different choices. I went with the Zesty Italian. It's just pretty much a regular Italian sandwich. It's got pepperoni, salami, ham, capicola, mozzarella, lettuce, Roma tomato, red onion, Italian dressing, and Italian seasoning as well. I love when there's onions on Italian sandwiches, and you can't get the onions at the other location. I don't think they carry any onions down there, which is really bizarre. So I'm excited for that. We'll see how it is though. It looks like a pretty basic sandwich. It's kind of like your basic deli roll. It's nothing fancy. The bread itself is not the freshest bread. It's a little bit on the hard side, but it's fresh enough. And that's a big indicator of a sandwich place, how good it's gonna be is how fresh their bread is. It's fresh enough for sure. It's not like stale. It's just not the freshest. It's right in between. So we'll try this out though. I like salami a lot. So I think I'm gonna like this. I like that it has pepperoni on it too. I think that's gonna be good. Let's try this out though. I like the Italian dressing on that, but it needs more Italian dressing. Maybe you can just ask for a side of that and they would accommodate. And it needs more onions because I love onions. It's a pretty decent sandwich though. For $8 in downtown Disney, you're not gonna find a lot of food cheaper than this. So it's a really good value. It's a fine sandwich. It's not fantastic. Their hot sandwiches are better for sure. And you can still get hot sandwiches here. I probably would go with one of the hot ones over the cold deli sandwich, but it's kind of nice if you want something on a hot day and you don't want a hot sandwich, you want something lighter and more refreshing. It's kind of nice to be able to have a couple options for cold deli sandwiches. So I think that's a good addition to the menu for sure. I'm glad to see this on the menu though. I'm glad we tried it out too. I probably would get this one again. It's not anything outstanding, but the lunch meat is pretty good and you get a lot of meat on there, which is nice. I like the lettuce on it, I like the dressing, and I like the red onions for sure. The bread is also softer than it looked like it was gonna be, so I'm glad to see that. It's a good sandwich. It's not great, but it's a good sandwich for sure. So I'm glad we stopped here for dinner. But now you know you can get cold deli sandwiches at this Earl of Sandwich, but not the other one. But probably go with one of their hot ones. It's better that way. All right, now I am all set. I'm so happy for this. I got a ton of red onions. She gave me a whole side of red onions, which is awesome, and more Italian dressing. So this is actually gonna be very good with the extra stuff on it. That's just a personal preference. I like tons of onions and tons of sauce, so this is perfect for me. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. That was a lot of fun today. Lunch was really good actually at Smokejumpers Grill. It was basic, it wasn't anything fancy, so even the pickier eaters would probably like that one. Both were a little bit spicy. The spicy chicken sandwich was spicier than the burger, but I really liked the spicy chicken sandwich. I think that was my favorite of the two. I really liked the pickles on there and the iceberg lettuce, and that chipotle sauce that was on there was very good. It was like a chipotle mayo, so if you like chipotle aioli, you're really gonna enjoy that sandwich. It was good. It was pretty filling too for $11. You got a lot of French fries. For $1 more, you can add onion rings, which I did with the burger, and I love their onion rings. Those are crispy, they're crunchy, they're super flavorful, and you get some barbecue sauce and ranch on the side. Those are just excellent onion rings. Truly some of the best onion rings I've ever had, and I just love onion rings, so that's always a good treat. I crave those all the time. The burger was good too. It wasn't the best burger you're gonna have. It definitely was a theme park burger, but it was very filling, and the chipotle barbecue sauce on it was excellent. I really liked that a lot. Again, it had a lot of pickles, just like the chicken sandwich, and I love pickles. The lettuce on there was nice, it was crunchy. It was just a good contrast too. There was a good crunch from the onion ring on that burger. Very good burger overall for a theme park burger. I would recommend both of those. And I also liked the cold brew too. That was a good cold brew. I think it could have benefited from a little more cream topper on top, but it did taste like toasted marshmallow on the top. Once you mixed it in, you didn't really get too much of the marshmallow flavor. It was more coffee forward. But if you like a strong coffee drink, you're gonna enjoy that one. And it could be, depending on who makes it, how strong that one tastes. I think some people put more cream topper on it, just depending who prepares that. I think theme park food can be very inconsistent, so it can vary from time to time when you're ordering it. Like for example, today my friend got the jalapeno popper, that giant jalapeno popper, and she loved that one. And when I got it, it just was a little cold and raw in the center. They didn't cook it for long enough. They had told me it was gonna take up to 15 minutes, but it was done in like 7 minutes. So I think they just didn't dip it into the fryer for long enough, because the inside should have been more cheesy and hot and melty. And when I got it, it wasn't. It was not melty or heated all the way through. The cheese on the inside was actually a little cold when I got it, so I thought that was a little odd. And the pepper itself was a little bit too raw, but she got it today and it was excellent. So it just depends who makes your food for sure. We got to look at some fun merchandise. I love that Daisy Duck stuff. Wow, that is adorable. Those are some of the cutest jean shorts I've ever seen. I really like that Daisy Duck stuff at D-Lander. Cakeworthy's been doing a really good job with the Disney stuff lately, and I like to see that collaboration a lot. And we got to look at World of Disney. We found all those 5 items that I was looking for. It was a good day overall. I went to Tangaroa Terrace and hung out with my friend for a little bit. We got some lunch, but didn't really film any of that. And I ate those peanut butter cups, which were really good. I would recommend the peanut butter cups. It was a really fun day. The weather was really mild, really beautiful today. I just really appreciate being here on days like this. And it was a low crowd day, which is nice because I heard yesterday was chaos. All the cast members said it was absolutely packed and just very chaotic yesterday. I had so much fun though. I really appreciate coming to Disneyland, and I appreciate you guys coming along with me too. So thanks for being here. I hope you guys take care, and I will see you real soon.